It's time for the Nebraska Volleyball Coaches Show. Alongside head coach John Cook.
Line drives it to Sky McCune. Great pass by the Gretna Dragon. Outside set. And a big block. Lindsey Crozy. Big Alec. Got in front of Keely Davis. The Big Reds within two. Free ball by the libero. And the near kill until Lexi Rodriguez saved it. Unreal. Lexi Rodriguez kept it alive. It's 19-9. They're on their feet in Lincoln. Bump set Nebraska. And Peyton Horace kills it. She drills it off the block and down. They can't stop Alley Bay North. It's 22-20 Big Red. The Buckeyes jump set. Back behind. Love on stop. They did it. Call the grandkids. Nebraska defeats Ohio State. 15-13 in the fifth.
Here's your host, John Baylor.
Greetings, Nebraska. Hello, and welcome to your weekly Thursday nights now. Weekly Thursday night Nebraska volleyball show, the Big Red. This season, preseason number 5, and getting ready for the opening weekend of the season. The red-white match is behind us, and the opening weekend is ahead of us. And then next Wednesday night is the big one at Memorial Stadium. 95,000 is the estimated attendance. Tonight, we'll have the head coach, John Cook, of course, and we're going to have Brandon Myers, senior associate athletic director, who is going to talk to us about all the preparations at Memorial Stadium for that event. For example, how is the actual court going to be flat and have a flat surface when, in fact, it's on a pitched football turf, and much more. Furthermore, we want to make sure that those of you coming to the match, and there'll be so many of you, know about the remote locations where you can park your vehicle. The remote locations around the city of Lincoln, there are about 50 of them where there'll be free buses provided. So you're going to want to go to Huskers.com, the homepage, and right there it lists all the locations where you can take your vehicle, leave it, and jump on a free bus to take you to the stadium for Wednesday night's match against Omaha. Football Saturdays, the city of Lincoln is shut down. It's all set up for a stadium event. This is a Wednesday. The city is very much in business. Parking will be much less available. So we're urging everybody coming to the volleyball match on Wednesday night to use our about 50 satellite parking lots. Where are they? Check out Huskers.com. We'll learn more from Brandon Meyer when he joins us later, also the head coach shortly. But this weekend is nothing to overlook because 2 of these 3 teams are preseason picks by their conference coaches to win their conference. Utah State in the Mountain West. Lipscomb is picked to finish second in their conference, the ASUN, and then SMU is picked to win their conference, the SMU's conference, the American Athletic Conference, the AAC. So Nebraska has scheduled 3 opponents this weekend that have had a lot of success, and one of them, Utah State, was the NCAA tournament a year ago. SMU was on the doorstep, and Lipscomb has a lot of talent coming back after they had a fine season a year ago at 16-13. So don't overlook this weekend as plenty of competition for the Huskers. Also, you can chime in on our text line, 402-413-2400, 402-413-2400. With that, let's bring in the head coach, John Cook. Good early evening to you.
JB, it's a little warm out. A little warmer outside than it is in Devaney.
Have you been hearing from people, stay cool out there, Coach, stay cool?
No, all I'm hearing is they hope it's not this hot next Wednesday.
Have you checked the forecast?
I'm not looking. It's Nebraska.
It's supposed to be a little cooler right now. Not a lot, but maybe 10 degrees cooler. We'll take it.
Yeah, but being in Devaney's coming out here is like being in a refrigerator all day and you walk outside.
Gorging.
Yeah.
The AC in the Devaney works great.
Yeah, the hotter it gets, the colder it is in there.
Nice.
So it's ice cold.
How'd they look today?
Little squirrely today.
Uh-oh.
A lot of errors.
No.
So, yeah, first week of school.
Yeah.
You know, they're all, giggly about playing tomorrow. So you're asking, that's what I'm telling you.
Utah State. Finally, other Homo sapiens on the other side of the net.
Yeah.
This group has been playing and playing and playing and playing. You've got the beach season. You got the indoor season. You got the 17-day Brazil trip. Then you had camps. Then you've got the prep for the fall season. Are you going to platoon them a little more than usual this year to make sure in December they're still fresh?
Should be 1 point at a time.
One game at a time. Don't look
1 point at a time.
1 point at a time.
Yeah. So here's my dilemma.
Okay.
So we played the red-white 2.5 hours, 4 games. And if you look at total points, dead even. So the red team won 3 games by 2 points. That's +6. The white team won 25-19 +6. You're dead even.
Most impressive performances. Hayden Kubik. She is yet another Kubik daughter. There are 4 of them. We've only had the first 2.
Yeah.
And who just knows how to tool the block. The other team goes up thinking they're going to block the ball. No. She just somehow fires the ball off their hands, out of bounds.
Yeah. Yeah, she did great.
How close is that competition? You got 4.
Every position's very close, and you know what I told them today was, hey, we're dead even, so I've got to, we got to put a lineup out there tomorrow, and your margin for error is pretty small because we got people that can come in and play. So if you're out there, you better bring it and go for it and bring your A game.
Is it a tough balancing act for you, especially because in years past, when players have had longer leashes, when they've been able to play through challenge and duress, it seems to pay off later? I'm thinking of Amanda Gates and so many others when they were allowed to play through that. Or this year, you've got the luxury of such depth, you maybe have shorter leashes.
That's going to be the interesting. I've never really had a team like this at Nebraska, so that'll be one of the interesting stories this year is how all this unfolds and who steps up, and it's. Hopefully, it brings out the best in our players, knowing, man, I got to cherish every second I'm out here, every point, and max it out.
How much do you trust your gut? How much do you trust the stats from prior matches and all the stats you're collecting every practice?
A lot.
Wait, hold on. You got to choose between the two.
Both.
Both
we
are
use
involved.
both. Gut, stats, feel.
How much do you listen to the assistants?
We discuss it, yeah.
Okay, so you don't just make a quick change.
Yeah.
You kind of look over and
but they're like floating in the wind. They change their mind. Oh,
who's that? The assistants?
Kelly and Jalen. Yeah,
Gotcha.
they change their mind from one day to the next. Oh wow, she was really good today. So let's start her. And then she's not so good. So
Lexi and Laney, the L sisters, they're phenomenal in the back row. I mean, do you think could be one of the great pairings you've ever had in the back row? You've had a lot of great ones.
Well, if you look at our last couple national championship teams, we had Justine and Kenzie. Then we had
2017.
Yeah, and then we had Kenzie and Sydney Townsend.
And Ani.
Ani. You have to throw Ani in that group. Yeah.
I mean, Sydney and Ani, they were
it's the best back row we've ever had. Now
What year?
2017.
17 with the 3 of them.
Yeah. No, every time we pull out that tape, like Kelly Hunter never moves.
So you got Kenzie Maloney, Sydney Townsend, Ani Albright.
So we'll see if this back row can develop like that. But they haven't proved anything yet.
Well, you got Lexi and Laney. Laney's already on my all Huskers celebratory team.
She hasn't even played a real point yet.
So how do you go? She's celebrating red-white points.
Oh, I know.
Like it's the national semifinal.
Yeah, she's got fire.
She's got it's infectious. You can see people just love playing with her.
Yeah.
Is she the shortest?
We did a survey on our beach season.
Yeah.
We just said, hey, if you could pick your partner on beach, because there's only 2 of you, who would you pick? Unanimous. Everybody picked Laney.
Really?
Yeah.
Is she the shortest?
Big compliment.
Yeah. Is she the shortest Husker ever?
I don't know.
We haven't checked that out. We got to check.
I don't know who's taller, her or Lexi.
I don't think we've had a trainer that's shorter than she is.
Yeah.
I mean, she's on the team.
Yeah.
Is that a big deal when you're playing back row? 5'2", 5'6", 5'7"?
It can get you in trouble just on serves that move a lot. They just don't have as long as levers to cut those balls off. So, yeah, it can be a disadvantage. It's also an advantage because she can scoot around. She's quick. She's, flies all over the court. You don't see 6'3" players doing that.
What about shanked first touches that go backwards and it's going to sail over her head perhaps a little more? She's got to immediately head back like a center fielder.
No, she can run. Yeah.
Nice. All right, 4:02 for 613-2400. We got the head coach. This is your Nebraska Volleyball Show. I got my first text from Art in L.A. Does Art in L.A. check in every night, Cole?
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Art, please ask Coach, besides the big match of the stadium, what is he most excited about for this season, and what player has improved the most? GBR. What are you most excited about? Just hitting the road and all those great
tomorrow
meals?
night. Tomorrow night, Utah State.
The Aggies.
Yeah, it's just, we need to make it a celebration. We've worked hard to get to this point. I want our players to enjoy it, have fun, and celebrate all that we've done, and be ready to play a really good team. I'm glad you said that at the beginning. Like, don't take any of these. These are really good teams.
Coach, how many starters does Utah State have back? 6.
Six.
6.
Yeah.
Their preseason pick.
All these
to win
teams
the Mountain
have
West.
transfer. They've added transfers, and they have all their starters back. So this is a. Even though there's not a Big Ten team in there or SEC team, these are really good teams.
Mountain West has some great teams. A lot of West Coasters, obviously. All right, what player thus far has improved the most?
I don't. Depends on the day.
Yeah.
Depends on the day. So I don't have an answer.
Every
for
time
that.
I ask you that question, you roll your eyes. You don't like that question.
Depends on the day.
The question you like even less than that is which player has improved the least this year? That's the question you like even less than that one. But generally, is there any separation? Is more and more separation happening between the players, or are they just kind of improving together?
They're all improving. Probably Andy Jackson had the most potential to improve where she started and where she is now, just because she started at a lower place. But everybody's gotten better, I think. When you're playing against each other like that every day, I mean, you have to get better. So it's hard to get kills. It's hard to pass these serves, and the balls hit hard, so it's harder to dig. And I just think that develops everybody. But I don't really pay attention to it's who developed the most or.
When you say Andy started at a lower place, she's just less experienced.
Yeah, less experience.
Committed to the sport later than the team.
She hasn't played high-level volleyball except for she made a USA team last summer and did really well. She was kind of a surprise choice to make that team. Otherwise, her high school and club team was not high level. It really wasn't even probably high-level high school volleyball in Nebraska.
How good an athlete is she?
Well, she's a long, fast, high jumper with a great arm. So she's got all the tools. Now we just got to get her. One of our big problems with her is, she's been hit in the face so many times with smaller players hitting her blocking.
Hold everything.
Because she's so high above the net. She goes so high at the high school level and club level, they all hit her in the face. So we got to fix some things and get her hands out in front. She's very worried about that.
She's worried about someone hitting her in the head with an attack.
She's been hit a lot.
So hold on. Colorado high school kids are like aiming attacks at her head?
No, it's because she's so high above the net.
They can't get around her.
They hit right at the tape level.
And
so her face is above at the top of the net.
She's one of the biggest verticals you've ever seen.
Yeah. So that's so.
But she's a little gun shy. Like,
she wanted to know if she gets hit here hard, if we'd get her nose repaired, if we pay for it.
How about a mask?
How's that for a freshman question?
She's asking, like, who's going to take care of my nose job?
Yeah.
Boy,
it's legit. She's worried about it.
So
we got to fix. We got to fix some things technically, which we've been working on.
She's your shortest middle. Is she your highest jumper?
She doesn't. I don't think she's our shortest middle. When you measure
Maggie?
toe to the reach,
Okay.
she's up there pretty high.
Volleyball heights are a little
Yeah.
imprecise.
Yeah. No, they're all about the same.
Becca, I mean, how much improvement has she made? How much do you expect to already depend on her when she's just a sophomore?
Yeah, well, I thought she was, playing at all conference level last year until she got hurt. So she played at a really high level last year, and she's just a very smart, kind of cagey type player, and she really understands the game. She's hard to defend, and she does a great job blocking, and she's a really good volleyball player.
That's head coach John Cook. We'll continue with this. You're Nebraska Volleyball show each week, Thursday night, 6 o'clock, brought to you by the Woodhouse Auto family. Your trusted auto partner, 20 brands, 20 convenience sales and service locations. We're making car buying on your terms. Visit us online, woodhouse.com. This one also brought to you by the Nebraska Department of Transportation. Buckle up, put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. More with the head coach after you hear this.
Did you know that Lincoln's water is 4 times more hard than what is recommended? This will shorten the life of your water heater, harm pipes through mineral buildup, and is bad for your hair, skin, and clothes. What's the solution? A water softener. Go online to jhlincoln.com to learn more about water softeners and our flexible financing offers, or call
John Henry's
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
Kids eat free in September at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee to celebrate National Family Meals Month. That's right, get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree. Kids 12 and under can choose from favorites like a burger and fries, grilled cheese, chicken tenders, and more. Bring the family together. Dine in at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee and get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree every day in September.
Dine in only. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Now get 3.9% financing for 66 months plus up to $3,750 bonus cash on F-150 and F-150 Lightning. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
There are a lot of rates out there, and it can be tough to find the right one. Well, let's make it easy. With FNBO's special offer CD of 5.5% APY for 7 or 17 months, you can earn more, save more, and do more. That's 5.5% annual percentage yield for 7 or 17 months at your nearest FNBO location with a minimum deposit of $500 and an FNBO Premier checking account. So stop on by and give your savings a great big boost with the Great Big Small Bank. FNBO, member FDIC.
Spot less. Introducing the cleanup for tar spot, gray leaf spot, southern rust, and more. Novel next generation Adastrio fungicide broadens your spectrum and strengthens your residual when it comes to foliar disease control in corn. Visit your FMC retailer or adastrio.ag.fmc.com to clean up this season. Follow 2EE for tar spot management in corn. Valid until 1/31/28. Always read and follow all label directions.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
There's a new kind of season ticket when you fly from the Lincoln Airport, the official airport of the Huskers. Now at LNK, choose from fast, affordable, non-stop flights to your favorite vacation spots. All from an airport that's relaxed and hassle-free. It's never been easier to get off the bench and enjoy an adventure with the whole family. Visit GoFlyLNK.com and book your trip today. Let's go.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Now get 3.9% financing for 66 months plus up to $3,750 bonus cash on F-150 and F-150 Lightning. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
If unwanted hair is putting you in a prickly situation, give laser hair removal a try. Milan Laser Hair Removal delivers smooth, hair-free skin with permanent results for men and women of all skin tones. So there's no more unwanted stubble, razor burn, or ingrown hairs. Visit any of Milan Laser's 7 Nebraska locations to get 1 free treatment. Ready to never shave again? Call 833-NO-RAZOR or visit MilanLaser.com to book your free treatment and consultation. That's MilanLaser.com.
Want to get all the latest Husker news straight to your phone? Need to be the first of your friends to get the scoop on all things Huskers? Sign up for text alerts from Nebraska Athletics. Text Huskers to 83200 to get game time notifications and updates, breaking news, special ticket offers, and more straight to your phone. All the Husker news is just a quick text away. Just text Huskers to 83200. Standard text messaging rates may apply and may vary by carrier.
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Road Townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For new Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So we could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip.
Works for me.
New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Welcome back to your Nebraska Volleyball Show, Thursdays, 6 until 7 Central. We're in the Acres Broadcast Center, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer. Acres, solutions for every field. This one also brought to you by Dorothy Lynch, Homestyle and Light and Lean Dressing. Dorothy Lynch, endless flavor abilities. Nebraska this weekend. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Utah State. Saturday, 5 p.m. Lipscomb. Sunday, 2 p.m. SMU. Got the head coach here, John Cook. My name's John Baylor. You can also reach us via text, 402-413-2400. We're going to learn more about the big Memorial Stadium game on Wednesday night shortly. Stay right there. And I've got some text messages we'll get to in just a moment. Coach, these are earlier start times than usual. Does it have to do with the fact that you're playing back-to-back-to-back matches in 3 successive days?
Well, we want to give the teams, we're just moving them up a little bit to give because we're playing the next day. I don't know why. Oh, we're playing a little bit earlier on Saturday because there's an earlier match on Sunday so they can catch the flights to get home. So I can't remember. So we're playing SMU on Sunday. So the other team, so we just moved everything up a little bit so they'd have time to recover. You know, we're trying to avoid the, you're out of here at 11 o'clock at night type deal. So I didn't make those decisions. Somebody else did, but I think that's the reasoning behind it.
Are you involved in a lot of this forward-looking planning for Wednesday night? Or are you just trying to coach your volleyball team?
I'm just coaching the volleyball team. Lindsay handles all that. There's a team. They meet all the time. They're meeting. Planning all this out, trying to, anticipate things that could go wrong, so they're putting a lot of work in. They deserve a lot of credit. I think they started the stage and everything today in the football stadium. I think the football stadium is now volleyball.
And I think they're working through the night to get that court up, ready to go, and you guys go in there Monday to practice, right?
Tuesday. Tuesday will be the first practice, yeah. So it's people, they got to build a concert stage as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into this, the transportation system, the buses, we got all the alumni coming back, entrance locker rooms. You're looking at 14s for locker rooms in a stadium that, I think football moved out into the new one. So I think we're going to be using their old locker room and, but just coordinating all that. There's a lot of moving parts.
How much greater is the attention on Nebraska volleyball right now from your vantage point than normal?
A lot. Yeah, this is a happening. And I think the fact that we're doing the stadium match and it's sold out, that's bringing there's going to be a lot of international, national press here. I mean, you ought to have Nate Paulin on to talk about all the press credentials that are coming in. the head of the NCAA. Do you know who he is? Charlie Baker. He's coming.
Former Republican governor of Massachusetts.
Yeah, the new guy overseeing the Big Ten, the new commish. He's coming in. There's a new AVCA president. He's coming in. I mean, this is the place to be. There's going to be some surprise guests there, too. So,
hey.
Yeah.
What?
The question is, where are you going to be doing the match from?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I keep getting asked that, but where I sit right now is, I think, way down on all the other priorities at this juncture.
Yeah. Well, I talked to the Kearney, Jason Jorgensen does Kearney play-by-play. He thought he was going to be right there on the court. So I thought you guys might be up there, in sixth floor.
I'm looking into binoculars.
Yeah.
So what do you hope, Coach, will be the lasting impact of this? When we look back in October, when we look back in 2024, when we look back in 2033, what do you hope might linger long beyond Wednesday night?
A lot of things. One, that Nebraska dreams big, and we threw this out there, took a risk, and it went. And we have the greatest fans, and they need to be appreciated. A celebration of bringing a lot of former players and people involved in the program back to be a part of this is, that doesn't happen very often. Part of the problem is, we can't have like all the alumni back because we can't get them tickets. So, think about that.
Yeah.
Well, now we have enough room to get them tickets. So, but Devaney, we're sold out.
So all the former players are coming back for a huge event on Tuesday night.
Yeah. The fact this could break a world record, it's making a major statement for women's sports. And again, doing that in Lincoln, Nebraska, it's kind of mind-boggling in a way.
Women's sports have made such progress, but perhaps this is almost a tipping point moment for women's sports. I mean, I have a dear friend who's in her 80s, grew up in western Nebraska, and she to this day remains angry that she was denied the chance to play sports.
Yeah.
And here we are 50 years later, and 95,000 fans are watching women play volleyball in a football stadium.
Yeah.
It says something.
It does say something. And, but it's the fact we're doing it in Nebraska. We've said this is the epicenter of volleyball, and we're proving it. And I think this is going to be, if you remember back the soccer team when they played the big match and, that match, I mean, there's still memories of that, when the USA played
World
China.
Cup.
Yeah. I think this is going to be one of those things that they're going to be talking about for a long time, and documentaries and keep coming up.
We remember that World Cup in the late 90s, Rose Bowl, Brandy Chastain, all that. And that was a seminal moment for women's sports, and it transcended just women's soccer.
Yeah.
I think a lot of folks took notice. This might be another moment like that, especially since volleyball comparatively versus basketball has been a little bit below the radar. Simply because the NCAA chose basketball over the decades to be the one they really feature. The people who ran the NCAA were largely males. They understood basketball, and for whatever reason, they put a lot of money into promotion of women's basketball, and it worked. It was very, very successful.
Yeah.
But volleyball has kind of had to do it much on their own. This, if ever there were a signature moment when it became clear, volleyball is doing just fine in NCAA and NCAA schools, you're going to want to invest as much as you can in this sport. This would be that moment.
This is definitely that moment. I think the other thing, John, in answering your question, is the idea that we're including 2 Division II schools in the state. So it's not just about Nebraska volleyball. This is about women's sports and volleyball, and we're making that statement by having that match before, and then including another in-state school, Omaha, and Nebraska's giving back to those schools. I mean, they're going to get a great payday out of this, and so there's got to be some credit for that. And this is, we're thinking big picture here. And again, when I say we, I'm talking about was Trev's idea, the governor's idea, Ted Carter, who's just turned coat on us, but he's the one that was really behind this, because he had done this with he had done this with hockey at the U.S. Naval Academy, and then they did the aircraft carrier Michigan State basketball in San Diego. So he was the one that was really kind of pushing it, but Trev was the one that said, hey, we're going to make this a celebration for volleyball in the state. And we originally were talking about high school teams, NAIA, but the logistics at the time we had school, there was no way we could start having matches at 12 o'clock and pull this whole thing off. It was just too much logistically to handle.
It is such a wonderful story that it's Omaha and it's not Texas or Penn State. One would have thought, okay, just to maximize the chance we're going to have a lot of folks, let's bring in a big-name opponent. Omaha's a fabulous program. They're getting better and better every day. But when did that concept come about? Whose idea was that? Let's just go with in-state schools and see how it turns out.
Yeah, I think that was between Trev, the governor, and President Carter that we're going to keep this, a state, celebrates the state schools here. And everybody said, well, why aren't you playing Creighton? Well, Creighton's not a state school. UNO is, Wayne State, and Kearney. So that's what they wanted to do, and I think, like I said, I think it's a great celebration and a statement of how important volleyball is in the state.
402-413-2400 if you want to text us. And we're coming at you from the Acres Broadcast Center, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer. Acres, solutions for every field. And hey, contact 811 2 days before you dig to protect your underground utilities and yourself. It's free, it's easy, it's the law in Nebraska. 811. Special guests when we continue. More specifics on Wednesday night. You're going to understand how to celebrate safely and in your best way Wednesday night. Stay right there. More on the Nebraska Volleyball Show.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Now get 3.9% financing for 66 months plus up to $3,750 bonus cash on F-150 and F-150 Lightning. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
Spot less. Introducing the cleanup for tar spot, gray leaf spot, southern rust, and more. Novel Next Generation at Astrio fungicide broadens your spectrum and strengthens your residual when it comes to foliar disease control in corn. Visit your FMC retailer or at astrio.ag.fmc.com to clean up this season. Follow 2EE for tar spot management in corn. Valid until 1/31/28. Always read and follow all label directions.
Meet water's bubblier and more energetic best friend, Bubbler Antioxidant Sparkling Water. With tons of flavors, there's one for every occasion. Interviewing for your dream job, hitting the beach, or going on an epic road trip? Pop the top on your favorite Bubbler flavor and awesome antioxidants swoop in to balance your body and focus your mind. Right before a boost of natural caffeine shows up to save your day. There's a benefit in every bubble and a happier you just waiting to rise up. Find out more at Drink Bubbler on Instagram.
Only in Nebraska will you find a historic, record-breaking event like Nebraska Volleyball Day to honor women's athletics. The University of Nebraska Foundation invites you to be a part of Only in Nebraska, a campaign for our university's future. Another historic, record-breaking effort to engage 150,000 donors to build the future Nebraska needs right now. It's all possible, and it's all happening here, only in Nebraska. Give to support in you at onlyinnebraska.org.
If unwanted hair is putting you in a prickly situation, give laser hair removal a try. Milan Laser Hair Removal delivers smooth, hair-free skin with permanent results for men and women of all skin tones. So there's no more unwanted stubble, razor burn, or ingrown hairs. Visit any of Milan Laser's 7 Nebraska locations to get 1 free treatment. Ready to never shave again? Call 833-NO-RAZOR or visit MilanLaser.com to book your free treatment and consultation. That's MilanLaser.com.
There's a new kind of season ticket when you fly from the Lincoln Airport, the official airport of the Huskers. Now at LNK, choose from fast, affordable, non-stop flights to your favorite vacation spots. All from an airport that's relaxed and hassle-free. It's never been easier to get off the bench and enjoy an adventure with the whole family. Visit GoFlyLNK.com and book your trip today. Let's go.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Noddle Companies is proud to support Husker athletics. As a leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Sunnyside Exarban, and row house townhomes on Leavenworth. Noddle Companies is adding Omaha's first hybrid timber building to the skyline. Soon to follow is Builders Green Park, surrounded by mouth-watering food, exciting retail, and a hub of thriving businesses. Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Go Huskers!
Dear roads, trails, and rivers, you ready for some SUV action? Toyota SUVs can roll their sleeves up for tight turns and twisty trails, dress up for a night out on the town, or head to the great outdoors. Take your family adventure game to a whole new level with the roomy Highlander. Make a serious splash with the rugged, revved up RAV4. And tow all your toys in the spacious new Sequoia. Don't forget the Trail-Tamin 4Runner and the sleek Venza Hybrid. All Toyota SUVs feature a whole suite of creature comforts to keep you and yours cozy in the cabin. Check out this legendary lineup at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
SOS to the rescue! SOS to the rescue!
As the Huskers head to halftime, Frank is off the couch and headed for the fridge. Oh, but he can't make it because he's so hot. The air conditioning is out again. SOS, he screams, and calls SOS Heating and Cooling his favorite Luxair dealer. Trusted since 1950, with Luxair you get a free 10-year labor warranty with a new system. SOS Heating and Cooling.
SOS to the rescue! SOS! SOS!
It's more powerful than the legendary Husker option offense. More powerful than the black shirt defense. It's the sun, and you can harness its power with JTech Solar. JTech, the official solar energy experts of the Huskers, can help you shrink your energy bills and start saving money now. Solar power is clean, affordable, and it's dependable because the sun always shines on the Huskers. JTech Solar for your home, business, or agriculture energy needs. Visit jtechsolar.com.
When you're prepared for life, you get more out of life. When you're prepared, you spend less time worrying and more time doing the things you love. How prepared are you? When you're ready to find out, Emeritus is ready to help. First, we get to know you. Then we make a plan together, one that lets you enjoy today and prepare for tomorrow. That's what we call fulfilling life. Emeritus, insurance, employee benefits, financial services.
Welcome back to your Nebraska Volleyball Show. Utah State tomorrow, 6 p.m. the Devaney. Lipscomb, home of the Fighting Bisons, 5 o'clock on Saturday. We'll answer the question, where is Lipscomb on Saturday's broadcast? Nashville, Tennessee. We'll ruin that mystery right now. SMU, 2 o'clock on Sunday, all at the Devaney. I'm John Baylor. This is your Nebraska Volleyball Show. There's a head coach, special guest right now. Brandon Meyer, Senior Associate AD, Marketing and Fan Experience. One of the folks in charge of this big event on Wednesday at Memorial Stadium, the 50 remote parking locations. Tell us more. How important is it that folks park there?
Not 50 remote locations, but we have 50 buses that are going to serve a few locations, and we really want to encourage fans to use those. They're going to be nice, air-conditioned motor coaches, and you know, this is being played on a Wednesday. There's still a lot of activity going on downtown, and Trev's really made an investment to try to help traffic and help get people to and from the stadium, and we're really hoping these buses help out.
So park at a satellite location. There'll be 50 buses, but not exactly 50 satellite
Not
locations.
exactly 50 satellite
a ton
locations.
of buses.
But a lot of buses going to our different satellite lots, so starting around 4 o'clock.
After football practice ends today, Brandon, they're going to transform the surface of Memorial Stadium. What's going to happen tonight?
Yeah, tonight some kind of decking goes over the field. Hopefully that'll take about a day to lay down, and we'll deck the floor. Then comes on sort of a stage to level everything out, because obviously the football field has a crown on it. and we need to make sure the playing surface is level. So then the staging comes in, then plywood goes on top of that, and then we have one more layer of plywood going on top of that, and then here comes the Terraflex, and then the seating, and some carpet and the head tables and everything that you would need for a volleyball game comes next.
When do you think it'll be complete? Midday tomorrow? End of the day tomorrow? Because they're going through the night, building through the night.
Yeah, the entire thing probably won't be complete till around Monday afternoon. So.
And they're going north-south now, so you can be around the 50-yard line.
Yeah, the renderings that we originally showed in the press conference showed kind of an east-west field. We met with our TV partners, and obviously we met with Lindsay, and she had some good feedback on benches and the players not looking into the sun. And so, we've taken feedback from a lot of folks, and we changed it to go north-south, which I think will also give more fans, kind of a closer look to the field. So then there'll be a catwalk, and the catwalk will go to the concert stage.
Which starts long after the end of the match, because there's going to be a fireworks show in between.
There's going to be a fireworks show, a laser show, a light show. We've got a lot of awesome things planned after the match. So fans, stay in your seats. Hopefully around 10 minutes after the volleyball match, we will have a concert from Scotty McCreery as well.
Most fans were excited before they knew about the laser show. This is awesome. All right, Brandon Meyer, Senior Associate AD, John Cook, Head Coach. People ask me occasionally, okay, what about wind? Is it going to affect volleyball? I say wind affects punts and kickoffs. We're too low to the ground at Memorial Stadium for wind to affect volleyball. What do you guys think?
Brandon, what do you think?
I think I agree with you. If the wind's 20 plus, it may affect it.
Okay.
When the wind is 10 miles an hour or below, which is what it's forecast for, I think that the stadium does a really good job of blocking it. And, I think there will be some. It's not going to be like playing in Devaney, but I don't think it'll have a big effect on the match.
So if guys' toupees are flying around, we might have issues. But otherwise, we should be okay. It's low enough to the ground. The surface itself is going to be different from the Devaney, right, Coach?
No, the surface is the Terraflex. We're bringing our Terraflex floor over, so it's the same.
But how about the flexibility of the floor itself?
Well, it may not be as springy, but it's still going to be padded and good. So it's but the key is, like Brandon said, it's got to be flat surface. If we just put it on the football field, you're going to have a 8-inch crown in the middle of it, so we can't do that.
I've seen some soccer fields like that. You don't like that.
Yeah. Well, not for volleyball. You're going to run it downhill, uphill. But because that would be pretty dramatic on a volleyball court.
We are going to do all we can do to make it the safest, playing surface possible, and make it the best experience. Which is why, again, I think we're bringing in another layer of plywood on top of the single layer, just for some safety to make sure that all that stays down. And then we'll also do extensive testing before the team gets out there.
Brandon Meyer, any plans for moisture? What do we do if we get a little rain? What do we do if we have excessive heat? Any precautions in place for that?
We've got all kinds of backup plans that I could just sit here and talk for 15 minutes about our backup plan for this or for that. But right now, the forecast looks awesome, and I think we're going to be blessed with a great night. And I can't wait. I get up every day, look at my phone, and look and see what the weather is going to be. And today it dropped 2 degrees. I think it was like high of 86 today, whereas yesterday when I looked, it was high of 88. 4% chance of rain, and wind below 10 miles an hour. So this is what I told Trev when he approached me with this. I said, "Do you remember Garth Brooks in late August?" I said it was a beautiful night. There was no wind. I said it was a perfect night. I go, we're going to get the same night for volleyball.
Yeah, awesome. Brandon Meyer, Senior Associate AD, Marketing and Fan Experience. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Good stuff. Stay right there. If you want to text us, give us your feedback, you may. You got the phone number for that. We're going to have more Nebraska Volleyball Show with head coach John Cook after you hear this.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford.
Now get 3.9% financing for 66 months plus up to $3,750 bonus cash on F-150 and F-150 Lightning. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
When you're prepared for life, you get more out of life. When you're prepared, you spend less time worrying and more time doing the things you love. How prepared are you? When you're ready to find out, Emeritus is ready to help. First, we get to know you. Then we make a plan together, one that lets you enjoy today and prepare for tomorrow. That's what we call fulfilling life. Emeritus, insurance, employee benefits, financial services.
Dear roads, trails, and rivers, you ready for some SUV action? Toyota SUVs can roll their sleeves up for tight turns and twisty trails, dress up for a night out on the town, or head to the great outdoors. Take your family adventure game to a whole new level with the roomy Highlander. Make a serious splash with the rugged, revved-up RAV4. And tow all your toys in the spacious new Sequoia. Don't forget the Trail-Tamin 4Runner and the sleek Venza Hybrid. All Toyota SUVs feature a whole suite of creature comforts to keep you and yours cozy in the cabin. Check out this legendary lineup at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm broadcasting student Grant Hansen with Campus News. University of Nebraska leadership has launched a $3 billion fundraising campaign to support education access for Nebraska students. The Only in Nebraska campaign, the largest in university history, will focus on creating scholarships to make education more affordable, attracting more Nebraska students, and keeping young people in the state after graduation.
Hey, Husker fans! Kinetic now offers fast 99% reliable internet for just $39.99 a month for 12 months. Whether you're at home, school, or work, Kinetic Internet delivers the speed you need to stream, game, and stay connected with fellow Nebraska fans around the world. Only $39.99 a month for 12 months. And just like our teams in scarlet and cream, no one else even comes close. Check availability at windstream.com. Kinetic Internet, proud sponsor of Husker Athletics. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. There's head coach John Cook. My name's John Baylor. Join us here on your Nebraska Volleyball Show, 402-413-2400. Duke, you're looking over there at the text line. Any good text? You can tell us if you can point to any good text if you want us to go to them. Here's one. This is an intriguing question. How many years does the coach plan to keep on coaching? That just flew in from Steve from Woodcliff Lake. Where did you get that question?
I have no idea.
Woodcliff Lake seems like a peaceful place. That's a pretty intense question.
I know.
Want to just pass on that one, Coach?
I don't know.
I think that's an actual answer.
That's my horses.
What's the deal? Pretty soon you're adding horses every week. You're going to have a dude ranch. I'm just worried you're going to be so distracted. Every time you show up for a match, I'm like, thank goodness I was worried he's just too busy out there putting on horseshoes.
All I know is I got a lot of new friends in western Nebraska. And
you already had lots of friends
in Omaha
in
now, too. Omaha in the equestrian world.
Nice.
It's been pretty cool. But
pretty soon you're going to have the Huskers like throwing hay bales before games.
That's not a bad idea. Really what I want to do next summer is get them up to Wyoming, take the team up there, get them all up there and have a Wyoming experience. Get on the river, hike, ride horses. We could have a heck of a time.
You're from the beach. You grew up near the water. Like, when did the mountains really resonate with you?
San Diego, you go an hour east, you're in the mountains. So my parents actually moved up there when I was in high school. Just got out of high school. When I started college, they moved to up in the mountains up there. And I don't know, we've always liked the mountains. And Wendy grew up skiing up at Mammoth and was really good at skier. And when we first got married, we could go to Steamboat Springs for $100 and get a condo. It was really cool. we're diverting here, but we would rent a condo because nobody was going to the ski areas in the summer. It wasn't cool yet. So we'd get a condo for like $100. And I'm teaching school, so it's like a steal for me. Mm-hmm. But we're hanging with NFL guys. All the NFL guys are there, NFL executive guys, coaches. Yeah, we're hanging with all these NFL guys at the pool every day. It was awesome. Just here I'm a little high school teacher, volleyball coach. It was great.
So the mountains in the summer were undiscovered.
Yeah, they were undiscovered at that time. And so it was great. We just kind of fell in love with the mountains. We'd spend a month up. You know, teachers, you have the summers off. Mm-hmm. So what's the greatest thing about teaching? June, July, and August. And back then, you didn't have all this high school stuff going on all summer. It was like you show up and here we go.
I've checked real estate prices and in ski areas now. They've been discovered.
Yeah, they have.
They
have.
You got two setters who want to play Bergen, Riley, and Kennedy Orr. Is it pretty close still?
Very close. I mean, JB, I told you we played. Did we talk about this? We played 2.5 hours. Red, white.
Yes, I watched that game. It was a good game.
Okay. So you know what the point differential was?
0.
So you tell me.
How about the comeback by the white?
I know. That was unreal.
That, I think, is the greatest red-white match I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I told you in the postgame, I feel ripped off by those previous red-white games.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, the white just stormed back.
Yeah.
You know what they were down?
19-7.
19-7. 19-7. I think that's the rallying cry. If you guys get in trouble against Stanford, guys, white team, get out there.
Yeah.
Turn Stanford into what the red team was that night.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, it was great volleyball, great drama. I mean, they had a couple of chances to win it too. I mean, it was great volleyball at the end to finally win it.
You haven't had to decide yet who gets to play. Are you worried about hurt feelings, kids not staying on the program?
You always worry about that, but we're front loading them on. Here's what it's going to be. It's it's a long season, and you guys look at the decisions we have to make. This is how close it is. So
I looked at your wide erase board in the office the other day, and one of the sayings struck me. It said something like, "We know it's really hard, but this is what you signed up for."
Right.
That's what you're telling. That's what the recruits know.
Yeah.
They're coming in. Nothing's guaranteed here.
Right. So, but it's that way at all the top programs. There's a lot of good volleyball players now, and you got to compete. And again, that's what it's no different than making an NFL team or now this pro league. I mean, we tell them, like, you're in a pro team, you have a bad week, you get cut. You go to the NFL, have a bad game, you get cut. So this is, and these guys are getting paid now with NIL, and we're now giving them money to go to school, and it's becoming more and more of a professional type field. And I tell them, the greater the rewards, the greater the expectations.
And there are more and more elite programs. I count almost 10 teams, I think, with a shot at winning the title this year. That's a lot more than normal, yet you're getting more and more of the top recruits. 6 years ago, your top recruit was Jazz Sweet. She was the number 12 recruit in the country. Now you've got 5 recruits this year. The lowest ranked one was number 13.
Yeah.
How are the Huskers, big question here, how are the Huskers doing so much better in recruiting than they used to?
That's a great question, JB. I mean, Jalen does a great job of coordinating and all of it, and he deserves a lot of credit. I think, the opportunity to play here is great. And anyway, but
that's a big question. We'll get that answer in the pregame tomorrow. Our pregame tomorrow will be on the air at 5 o'clock. First serve at 6. Utah State. That's the head coach. I'm John Baylor. Good night.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Calling all Husker fans. Woodhouse Auto Family is thrilled to be a sponsor of Volleyball Day in Nebraska. And to share the excitement, we're giving you a chance to win tickets. As the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics, Woodhouse takes great pride in supporting the Huskers and the passionate Nebraska fan base. And we want to see you in the Sea of Red at Volleyball Day in Nebraska. To enter for a chance to win tickets to the event and learn more, visit woodhouse.com today.
More Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic care first. Studies show that chiropractic is safe, drug-free, and the most effective treatment option for back, neck, and joint pain. It can also help patients of all ages reduce migraines, improve mobility, and maximize athletic performance. Keep the entire family healthy and active with natural, cost-effective chiropractic care. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Husker fans, this is Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. You've probably heard about NIL, name, image, and likeness, and now you can have an immediate impact on the success of our programs. The 1890 Initiative is a proud NIL company in Nebraska, and with your help, we can maximize our student athletes' opportunities with NIL and prepare them for life after college. Nebraska has always been a leader in college athletics. Let's do the same with NIL. To learn more, visit 1890nebraska.com, where 100% of your donation goes directly to Husker student athletes. That's 1890nebraska.com.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Good evening, I'm Greg Sharpe. Our sports ticker brought to you by the 1890 Initiative. The Huskers are holding a practice tonight inside Memorial Stadium. The Big Red are 1 week out from the start of the 2023 season. Head coach Matt Rule will hold his game week press conference tomorrow morning at the stadium. Husker soccer on the road tonight facing Eastern Washington, and Eleanor Dale has found the back of the net in the 22nd minute. Nebraska, 25 minutes into the match, lead 1-0. Turning to golf, the Tour Championship got underway today in Atlanta. Scotty Scheffler began the tournament with a 2-shot lead, but triple bogeyed a hole late in the round. He trails a trio of golfers by 1 shot. Colin Morikawa, Keegan Bradley, and Victor Hovland all share the lead at 10 under par. Major League Baseball scoreboard, the Dodgers won a suspended game over the Guardians this afternoon, 6-1. Nationals edged the Yankees 6-5. Tampa 5, Colorado 3. The Red Sox handed the Astros their worst loss in franchise history. They beat up on them today 17-1. Dodgers also 9-3 winner over the Guardians, so they sweep a doubleheader today. Cubs, Pirates knotted at 3 in the third, just getting underway. Baltimore and Toronto, the Rangers lead the Twins 4-2 in the top of the third. Our sports ticker, sponsored by the 1890 Initiative. Do you want to support Husker student athletes through name, image, and likeness? If so, visit 1890nebraska.com. Now get ready for the final hour of the night of Sports Nightly here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented to you by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who remind you to buckle up and put the phone down.
2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Turn, give it off to Grant. He picks his way inside the 45, bounces to the outside. 40, 35, 30, foot race now. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Nebraska. Snap back to Van Treese. Play actions. Gets hit as he throws. Pass headed down the end zone. Buford goes up and makes the interception at the 1-yard line. Marquise Buford's second pick of the game, and it was created by some pressure on the quarterback, Van Treese.
Red, fed left. Lindsay gets a throw. They stayed with it. And Krause muscles it through a double Buckeye block. Becca Williams, Spring Lake, Texas, serves back right. Nice pass, quick attack. Becca, Alec, Big Red, kaboom!
Here are your hosts, Greg Sharpe and Jessica Coody on the Huskers Radio Network.
Here we are, final hour of the night, and for us, final hour of the week. We have volleyball tomorrow night, as you just heard John Cook, John Bader talking about the upcoming weekend. 3 matches, 3 days. Utah State, the opening opponent tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at the Devaney Center. Pre-game coverage begins at 5. He's an old coach because the first comment tonight was, JB goes, how was practice today? Not very good, just a lot of errors. So, you know, into coach speak already on the eve of the opener.
I love it. He's like, not as sharp. There's school going on. There's too much going on.
Too many distractions.
This team's been highly competitive all throughout this preseason. So I don't know. I wonder how much of that is like actually, or if he's trying to light a fire a little bit. Or
I'm sure. You know, but there may be some pre-match nerves.
Yes,
I mean, you're ready to start the season, and you've put a lot of work in it, and there are distractions. Starting school is a distraction. Everybody's talking about, not tomorrow, they're talking about next Wednesday. In fact, a lot of that last hour was about next Wednesday, not about the 3 opponents that are coming up. And so I guess as the head coach, you got to try to keep them focused on Utah State. That's the first order of business.
Right, and as you heard both JB and Coach talking about, it's not like this is just some cupcake walking in here. I mean, there's a lot of experience and a team that's picked to win their conference, and so you got to stay locked in. And it'd be real easy to start thinking about playing in front of 90,000 people, and we all are here. We've been talking about it for so long. It kind of sets up to where you could very easily look past, but as also JB likes to say, I think they're really ready to see some different Homo sapiens, right? Isn't that what he says? Than the ones that they've been seeing every day in practice.
Yeah, his vocabulary blows me away. I have to bring my dictionary when I'm listening to the broadcast sometimes. The music is pumping around the stadium right now. I mentioned in the ticker the Huskers are having a kind of a dress rehearsal inside the stadium tonight. Coach Cook wanted to have it under the lights because next week's game will be at night up in Minneapolis.
Coach Rule, right? You said Coach Cook, yeah.
Coach Rule. So the stadium's, the windows are banging on the outside over here. I was sitting back by Cole during the volleyball show, and he goes, am I hearing music? I'm like, yes, you are.
So I just walked through there, and it kind of a little bit typical what you see. A few of the ones that get out there first, the kickers are out there. Tristan and Timmy are out there kicking field goals, and that's normally who you see first out onto the field. And so Coach Roll was out there talking to some folks, and it's starting to get a little buzzy down there. So maybe I'll have to walk back through there on the way after the show.
Dress rehearsal, I mean, you have to learn how to warm up. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot to the routine of a game day that's another thing you have to practice. People maybe don't think about that, but you have to.
And managing your energy, because that's so critical too, and knowing how to, I mean, how many times we're like, where's the team?
Yeah.
They weren't even out there for a few times.
Was it Coach Joseph? They were really late sometimes. I mean, Damon and I are going, what are we doing?
Where's
Where are we
the
at?
team?
So we have no clue what Matt Rural wants to do.
Yeah, so they're having to go through that. There's been different changes between Coach Frost and then Coach Joseph and how they did things. And so now Coach Rural is going to be completely different, but what does that look like? And then they still are a couple weeks away or 3 weeks away from even doing that at home. So taking advantage of the time that you have to ensure that you do know what's going on, but then also, hey, this is how we're going to go about preparing and getting warmed up, and make sure that you're conserving your energy, you're doing things how you're supposed to, and all of that. So yeah, it's a new, even for the guys that have played a lot of football, this is going to be new, figuring out how to this coaching staff wants you to go through pregame leading up to the kickoff.
And you kind of wonder, with the new facility and some of the bells and whistles that are over there, will they do some different things with that? I don't know. I mean, I think they have to figure that out as they go along. So here's what we have on the program tonight. Nebraska has a new tennis coach that is taking over the program. He's not new to the Nebraska program, but he's new as the head coach for the Husker men's tennis team. Jessica caught up with him and his lead assistant earlier today. We'll have that conversation for you here in a couple of minutes. And hey, it's Thursday, hour 2. It's Cole's Joke of the Week.
Let's go.
I'm not sure there's been a lot of thought put into this, to be honest with you.
He's been kind of busy.
He has been busy.
Running around trying to get volleyball ready and football ready. I mean, it's game week, and Cole's got a lot on his plate, but I have a good feeling that he's going to deliver tonight.
So yeah, hopefully he is ready to deliver, because last week it was a subpar performance. I mean, I got to call it like it is.
I mean, I didn't hear it, and I just am only judging on the weeks that he's been with me, and he delivered the weeks that he was with me. So I'm gonna base my judgment off of what I hear tonight, not, hey, you got to close the book and move on from week to week. So I have a strong feeling he's closed the chapter on last week. He's ready to have a strong performance tonight.
All right. I'm checking the text line, and I see some things that I'd like to clean up from JB's last hour. Some people are wondering about where are those satellite parking locations for Husker Volleyball Day. Northwest High School, that's the new one out the northwest edge of town on I-80, right when you're coming into Lincoln. That will be a spot you can park. They'll have buses there to bring you in. North Star High School, which is on North 27th Street. Gateway Mall, which is out east on O. South Point Pavilion, which is on 27th Street, extreme south Lincoln. Those will be the spots that will have buses ready to transport you in beginning at 4 o'clock. The last time they're coming and bringing you to the stadium will be at 6:30. Then they start the return, take you back to those lots at about 8:15 is when the buses will be lined up to start taking you back. They will run continuously until about 11:30 that night. So don't worry, they're not going to leave you there if you stay for the concert. They're going to keep coming back and picking you up. But those are the lots: Northwest High School, North Star High School, Gateway Mall, South Point Pavilion. Those are the places that you can park free to park and to ride. So no charge to you at all as we try to get 90,000 plus of you all to the stadium.
That's great. I've seen a few people saying, hey, can we do that for a football game? I bet they see how this goes, and I don't know, maybe it could be something that they look to doing in the future.
Well, the city bus does that. It's not free.
Oh, yeah.
For the football game. But yeah, the Star Tran has done that, I think, for years, doing that. So.
Another thing, too, is, if you didn't go to the red and white scrimmage and this is your first event of the season, make sure you have your Huskers app updated so that you can get your tickets and be able to seamlessly go through the ticket checker and all of that. So that's really important too, is make sure you have that Huskers app updated.
Very good. So yeah, that's next Wednesday. So plan ahead, get here in plenty of time. Somebody said, are they going to play 5 sets on the 30th? Kind of hope not. I mean, I hope it's a 3 and done for the Huskers. But yeah, I mean, it's a normal match. It's not like it's a exhibition where you're going to keep playing. You're there to win it. Nebraska's there to get a win. So if they sweep, Huskers sweep.
And this is why they've made backup plans because they need to get this game in. And so it's an actual match that they need to get on the resume. They need to get, done and in the books. So if it sounds like the weather is looking great, but they've got plans in place to be able to get this match played in case they need it, because it's hey, this is one of however many on the schedule that they got to take care of business, and it's important. And as much as there's a lot of things surrounding it, it is a very important W that this team needs to get.
And the Johns talked about it last hour about how big of an event this is. John Vander, John Cook, the Johns. So how big of an event this is for women's sports.
Yes.
I mean, this is groundbreaking. And much like I think that World Cup finale was in the Rose Bowl that Brandi Chastain scored, and I think put soccer at another level in this country, and then showed, I think, the power of women's sports. And it's kind of really flowed from there. I think this could be another one of those type of events that does the same thing.
I can't tell you how many text messages and questions I've gotten from people that are not Nebraska fans from across the country that have heard about this, ask me about this, how awesome it is. And a lot of people are going to be paying close attention to how this thing unfolds.
Yeah.
And it's going to be on Big Ten Network. I know they're bringing in a big production. They're going to do a big pregame show. It really means a lot to them. There's a lot of the who's who of college athletics that are flying in here to be a part of this, that are paying attention to this. And it's monumental. And even if you talk about as big as volleyball is here and in the Big Ten, it's still a little bit behind in terms of viewership, just because of the availability that women's basketball and softball gets on their platforms. And so you're talking about a lot of eyeballs that are going to be on this event that could really draw a lot of attention to this sport as it continues to grow and grow and grow across the country and beyond just the state of Nebraska. There's a lot of people across the nation that are paying very close attention to what Nebraska is going to be doing come next week.
You answered the question several people had is it televised? Yes, BTN has a television broadcast for the match.
And the early matches, I believe, going to be on
Nebraska Public Media.
Yes, yep.
Yeah,
So
they're doing the early match.
Both of them will be on where you can
Which is
find them.
great. Awesome for UNK and Wayne State that their match is going to be on statewide.
Can you imagine being those
television
players
broadcasts.
preparing for
Oh,
this?
they have to be beyond thrilled.
Yes.
Right? Another text that came in last hour. JB, this person is not alone. JB, this is going to be our first Husker volleyball game next Wednesday. Looking forward to it. Have a great season. Kaboom. And
That's
I'm sure that's
amazing.
true. I'm sure a lot of people have never been to a Nebraska volleyball match because it's just the hardest ticket to get in town. So here's a chance for them to come watch this team play.
For 2 years, my brother has been trying to figure out a way to come to a Nebraska volleyball match, and he's coming up for this, and he's going to get to see it with my dad. They're so excited. I got him new T-shirts. I know that there are a lot of fans at this because of the demand, the high demand that there is for volleyball tickets inside Devaney. Is not always an opportunity for people to get to come. So this is, I think, going to be a lot of people's first opportunity. And I just get chills thinking about this too. I've also we heard Brandon Meyer talking about his daughter Bailey and all the little daughters that all the athletics department employees that have little daughters that are going to see this and be inspired. And across the state, how many young girls are going to be in here and be like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
This is what could be. It just gives me chills. It makes me emotional. I'm so happy. I'm so proud that this state is providing this for the entire country to take note of what to do to, how to support women's sports, but also how to inspire the next generation to get out there and maybe do something special like this.
Is there going to be a light show?
Yes, and a laser show. There's going to be
Okay, I knew there was a
kinds.
fireworks show.
Yes.
But they are doing the light show.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
There is all kinds of stuff that are taking place and some surprises that we don't know about, in addition to the concert, lights, lasers, all of the above. Fireworks.
Question, Greg, you talked about the buses. Where do they drop them off? It's on our street that is near the Lead Center. That's where they'll drop you off. That's where they'll pick you up. So our street near the Lead Center, and they will return you back to whatever lot. The buses will be marked. If you parked at North Star, it'll say North Star, so you know you're getting on the right bus to get back to the right parking lot.
And one other thing, too, to take note of is that there's a big Adidas rally. I believe it starts at noon. And
is that at the Coliseum?
Yes, and I think the team is going to be out there, but it's really big for Adidas. They've been just huge supporters of this program and of women's sports. They've done so much over the last couple of years, and so they're going to have a big rally, and there's a lot of cool things that are going on that. So if you want to look up some information. I believe it's on Huskers.com. You can find more information on that. But definitely, there's a lot of things surrounding this match, these matches leading up to it, outside the stadium, inside the stadium. So it's an absolutely massive event with a lot of things going on.
Stephen Bellevue is hearing that Cole is struggling for jokes. He has texted in a few jokes for Cole to pick through for tonight. So, Steve, he needs the help. Thank you. All right. That's what we have in the opening segment. My goodness. Cleaning up some of the text line was just hopping. Well, the last hour, I knew they couldn't get to all those. So there's just a lot of details about Volleyball Day in Nebraska for next Wednesday. Folks, Woodhouse Auto Family is your trusted auto partner with 20 brands, 20 convenient sales and service locations. We're making car buying on your terms. Visit us online at woodhouse.com. We'll turn to tennis. Huskers have a new men's tennis coach. New, not to the program, but new as the head coach. Jessica's back with him and his top assistant next.
There's a call on the field for a quality seed specific to where you farm. Make the right call with Prairie Valley. With local research in 8 regions throughout Nebraska, Prairie Valley performs with their locally specific hybrids and varieties while achieving the highest quality and yield. No matter where you farm in Nebraska, Prairie Valley has the seed for where you are. Find a local dealer and learn more about the seed for where you are at prairievalleyseeds.com.
Get ready to rule the field and revolutionize your farming game with Valley, the game changer in irrigation and ag tech solutions. With time and labor-saving measures, ground-truthing results, and effective input reduction, Valley provides the perfect game plan so you stay ahead of what's in the field. From the best in irrigation and cutting-edge ag tech solutions to personalized support, Valley is your winning team. Visit your local Valley dealer or valleyirrigation.com today.
Hey, Husker fans! Kinetic now offers fast 99% reliable internet for just $39.99 a month for 12 months. Whether you're at home, school, or work, Kinetic Internet delivers the speed you need to stream, game, and stay connected with fellow Nebraska fans around the world. Only $39.99 a month for 12 months. And just like our teams in scarlet and cream, no one else even comes close. Check availability at windstream.com. Kinetic Internet, proud sponsor of Husker Athletics. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, this is Jim Baldonado with the Home Agency. Just like our support and enthusiasm for Husker Athletics, our multi-line insurance agencies are ready and eager to help you with your insurance needs. Don't wait for disaster to test your insurance coverage. Get ahead of the game and let our agents provide you with the peace of mind knowing that your needs will be met. For more information, call home, the home agency, that is at 1-800-245-4241. That's 1-800-245-4241. Go Big Red.
Calling all Husker fans. Woodhouse Auto Family is thrilled to be a sponsor of Volleyball Day in Nebraska. And to share the excitement, we're giving you a chance to win tickets. As the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics, Woodhouse takes great pride in supporting the Huskers and the passionate Nebraska fan base. And we want to see you in the Sea of Red at Volleyball Day in Nebraska. To enter for a chance to win tickets to the event and learn more, visit woodhouse.com today.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
A few drinks at home after work, a couple of hits at a party with some friends, over-the-counter drugs for a minor illness, a new daily prescription, and you're not quite sure how it makes you feel. It doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If it impairs you, driving becomes deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Get ready again for some Nebraska farm facts. When there's work to be done, Nebraska soybeans are on the job in many of your everyday products. In fact, Nebraska soybeans are hard at work in Goodyear tires, Ford cars and trucks, Skechers shoes, asphalt, fuels, lubricants, name brand paints and stains, and more. Soybeans are an innovative replacement for petroleum, leading to more sustainable products all over the world. This message is brought to you by Nebraska soybean farmers, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Spot less. Introducing the cleanup for tar spot, gray leaf spot, southern rust, and more. Novel Next Generation Adastrio Fungicide broadens your spectrum and strengthens your residual when it comes to foliar disease control in corn. Visit your FMC retailer or adastrio.ag.fmc.com to clean up this season. Follow 2EE for tar spot management in corn. Valid until 1/31/28. Always read and follow all label directions.
Our planet, it's hungry. Blessed with millions of acres in this great nation, our farmers work tirelessly to feed the planet through seasons of uncertainty and seasons of growth. It's a tough business to do alone. As owners of Central Valley Ag, it's together that we move forward. There's room at the table. Find your seat at cvacoop.com. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
Kids eat free in September at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee to celebrate National Family Meals Month. That's right, get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree. Kids 12 and under can choose from favorites like a burger and fries, grilled cheese, chicken tenders, and more. Bring the family together. Dine in at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee and get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree every day in September. Dine in only. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
To win the game, you got to have more strength. You got to be tougher. You got to be reliable. You got to want it more than the other guy. And you need a great team you can count on, backing you up the whole time. Whether it's in the field with your Massey Ferguson or on the field with the Huskers, red is the color of getting it done quicker, smarter, and efficiently. So this season, make sure you're checking out the lineup that'll get more done where and when it counts. From your Nebraska Massey Ferguson dealers.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. I'm Jessica Coody, and excited to be joined by the new coaching staff for Nebraska men's tennis, Peter Kobelt, who just took over as the interim head coach for the program, and his new assistant, Ray Sarmiento. Guys, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Jessica.
Peter, let's start with you. You were here as an assistant. When the job comes open, the opportunity comes available. Take me through those conversations with Trev Alberts and Keith Zimmer and why you felt ready for this opportunity.
Well, yeah, it was definitely a bit of a stressful time. Sean Mimey, the previous head coach, was really open and communicative with me about everything, which was great. I was actually overseas recruiting. I was in Switzerland, so it was a little bit stressful there, but I worked a lot with Keith Zimmer, and he was really supportive. And I told him before I left, I was like, if this happens, I would be really interested in becoming the interim head coach. And he was supportive of that too. And that was always my goal when I got into coaching, college coaching specifically. I wanted to be a head coach, and I didn't think it would happen this quickly, but that's how it works sometimes. And I'm really excited for the opportunity, and then also Trev's been really supportive of Ray and I, so just looking to hit the ground running. So
one of the biggest or first big decisions that you make is who you're going to bring on to be your assistant. You bring in Ray, so tell us about him and why you thought he'd be a good fit for you.
Well, Ray's a friend of mine, first and foremost. He's a really good guy. Obviously had an amazing career at USC, 3 national titles as a team. And then obviously on tour, was an amazing player, and we played each other a few times too, so I know firsthand.
Had to bring that up.
We'll get to that.
But no, it was just kind of a no-brainer, and obviously it all happened really fast, and he was one of the first people I had in mind. And it was kind of a no-brainer, like I said, and he's obviously a great player. He won 3 national titles at USC. When he played there, and then on tour he also had an amazing career, and he's also a really good guy. I know him personally, I know his values, I know how he is, I know what kind of person he is, so I think all those things really led up to a really easy decision, and hoping that he would say yes.
And you guys had some battles on the court, which we will get to here in just a minute, but Ray, tell me your perspective when he gives you the call, like, hey, I've got this opportunity, I need you to come join me.
I mean, it's the same thing that he just said. I mean, we've been friends for years, and we've played against each other. We competed against each other, so we know each other pretty well. And for him to call me, and it was a no-brainer for myself as well. Peter's a great guy, and I was here over the summer for training camp, and I saw sort of the things that they were building, the foundations and the culture that they want to try to bring on. And all I wanted to do was add to that and to help this team get to the next level. So Peter and I are we're excited. We're excited to be here and excited to win. And you know, he'll tell you, he'll tell you all the time, man. We played matches and we played 3 times, and he took me down, unfortunately, but you know, that's for another time. We don't have to talk about that. But on the golf course, I'll take him.
I love it. I love it. What about for you, Ray?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say it. I mean, it's obvious. We're a young coaching staff, right? But we have the blueprint. We've been there. We've won, and I've won 3 national championships. And to be around such great coaches during that time, I've just kind of, you know, have that in the back of my head, and to bring that value I think is just important. And you know, I'm excited. I think we're going to do pretty well if we continue to work hard and do the right things. So that's what it's all about, just to have fun and enjoy the moment and see where it takes us.
Well, obviously recruiting is a big part of it. So tell us about that philosophy and how you guys are going to attack that. Because with tennis, I've had this conversation before, it's a worldwide, you're not just recruiting the United States, you're not just recruiting a couple, I mean, it is a worldwide game that you have to find players from everywhere. So how do you guys attack that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a challenge. You know, you have to kind of travel the whole planet, and you also have to convince them sometimes that college tennis is the right path, as opposed to some other sports where it's kind of like a given.
I mean, you said it earlier, right? Like, we've played on tour, we've traveled everywhere, and to have that connection and to build relationships over the years, I think that's helped us. And, you know, Peter's a great guy, and, you know, he's very personable, so it's, you know, that's an edge for us, and, you know, so, yeah.
For sure, yeah, and the recruiting is the lifeblood of every program. It's going to be one of our main focuses, if not our number one. And I think really just being careful with who we bring in, making sure they fit the culture here at Nebraska, the people here, everything. We want the people to be proud of the tennis team. We want them to support us too, and we want to make sure that all the guys are in line and we're one whole team together, not a bunch of individuals, you know, trying to force it a little bit. So I think those are some of the small things, but we'll do our best to bring in the right guys for the program.
Reading up on you, it seems like you're pretty passionate about the doubles point and the doubles strategy.
Yeah, that was you know, it's just 1 point in the match, but usually it comes down to just 1 point in the match. But yeah, that was a focus when I was in school. At Ohio State, we made a big focus on the doubles point, and that's something that you can control a lot because it's a lot about your energy and your effort and coming out right away fast with an intense attitude. So I think that's one of the ways for us to keep moving up the rankings is to really be great in doubles, and you know, that's going to be a focus of ours too, for sure.
Sure you echo those sentiments?
Yeah, absolutely. Doubles is important.
Well, we talked about it a little bit at the beginning. You guys battled it out on the court. I saw where at one point you were ranked 1 and 2 in doubles and singles, and you were ranked 1 and 2 vice versa in doubles and singles. So tell us about those battles when you guys faced off.
Go for it.
Ray?
Go ahead.
Ray?
Go ahead. You know what? I mean, he won the match. You know, I didn't lose the match. He won the match. You know, he played unbelievable. It was the NCAA's 2013, I believe, was the first time we played, and this was after we had won 2 national championships. So this was my junior year, and this was my first year as a captain. And it came down to Peter and I. We were the last match on.
Wow.
And that day, he was serving out of a mountain. Yeah. And, you know, there was not much I can do, right? So, you know, we ended up having a battle, and he took it, and, you know, I had to take it, you know, but you can't win them all. But no, he played amazing, and he played unbelievable, and our head coach at the time was very just, you know, congratulated him after, and, you know, did the whole thing, and, you know, so that was cool. And I wish that they would have won it, but you know.
Same here.
But it was it was a good experience, and yeah.
So you went. Was that the year y'all went on to finish runner-up, or?
We lost the next round to UCLA.
The semis?
4-3, and I actually was the last match on there too, and I lost.
Wow.
And yeah, that's a story for another time. but yeah, I mean, Ray, we played on some of the biggest stages. We played then. You know, they were a great team. We were a great team. It came down to us, and then the next time we played was in the National Indoor Championship match. So, like, Ray and I both know what those things feel like. I think it's going to be really easy for the guys to ask us those types of questions and for us to have those types of answers. And obviously there's some building blocks that we need to achieve first before we can start playing for matches like those. But you know, like Ray said, we've been there. We know what the blueprint looks like. We've seen the locker rooms of multiple different teams that have been great. And I think that's a real advantage for us and for the Nebraska tennis team. So.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. You both have been on the biggest stages and have made runs and done what every collegiate player wants to do and compete for national titles. So what goes into that? I mean, what is that blueprint that you're talking about?
Well, we're not going to get totally into it. We're not going to spill our secrets
Can't
here.
give away all the secrets, but a lot of it is just coach talk, you know, working hard, being disciplined, you know, not just talking the talk, but walking the walk, you know, making sure that everyone's seeing things in line with things the right way, including us, you know. And, you know, like Ray said, we are a younger coaching staff, and there's going to be some bumps and bruises along the way with everything. But as long as we're consistent with our goals and what we're trying to do, and I think we're going to be very passionate and energetic with everything, and I think the guys are going to feed on that. But just consistent, same message, same goals, you know, lots of belief in that we can do this, and I think sky's the limit. There's nothing really that special to it. But
you like this group that's coming together?
I do. I think it's. I haven't been here more than 2 years, so I don't know what the past teams have looked like. But just from kind of feeling things out, I think this is one of our best rosters that we've had here in a long time. I know back in 2010, 2011, 2012, that was when they had some really good teams as well. So we're not trying to compare ourselves to anyone really. We're just trying to work and get better. But I think this team has something special in them, and we'll see this fall. Hopefully we can see some guys stepping up and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see.
Last thing I got for you, I mean, just for both of you guys, how much do you believe that Nebraska tennis can compete for championships? Can Big Ten get to the national stage and all of that?
Absolutely. Yeah, go for it, Ray.
No, I mean, I believe it, right? I mean, that's why I'm here. You know, I think what Peter just said, we have a very unique situation and a very special group here, but at the same time, I think we have a pretty cool thing we can do from comparing, well, not comparing, but just from last year to this year, and having that opportunity to have that championship where really no other team has ever done, from not making the tournament to getting there. So I think that'd be pretty awesome to do and to accomplish. So, I mean, obviously that's not the end-all be-all. You know, it's about just enjoying the journey, bringing the guys together and doing the things every day, all the little things, right? But eventually, once you put all that together, you want to see how we do at the end of the year, let's see how we do. But, yeah.
Yeah, just echoing on that, we can absolutely achieve whatever we'd like to achieve here, and I think Ray and I's goals are very ambitious, and I think the guys on the team are in line with that too. And there's no reason why we shouldn't be competing for Big Ten championships and national championships here at Nebraska. We have everything we need, all the resources, a great radio show.
Yes,
exactly.
The best.
But no, really, Trev Alberts has done an amazing job building everything here. The student athletes have everything. We have an amazing facility. The Big Ten Conference is becoming, if not the best conference to be in, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be competing for those types of trophies. So.
Love it. And I know fans love to hear that too. So, Peter Kobelt, Ray Sarmiento, appreciate your time. Best of luck. Can't wait to see what you guys do here as you take over the helm.
Thanks, Jessica.
All right, keep it right here. We got much more coming up on Sports Nightly. Buckle up and put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Do you need to relocate to a different city or state but don't know where to start? If so, put the power of BHA Real Estate to work for you. BHA will set you up with the best real estate agent in your new town. Have a house to sell first? No problem. They can assist you with that as well. With over 70 years of experience, BHA has a network to ensure one of the biggest transactions in life will be handled with care that you deserve and the service that you can trust. Give BHA Real Estate a call today for all your relocation needs. 308-324-5581.
Calling all Husker fans. Woodhouse Auto Family is thrilled to be a sponsor of Volleyball Day in Nebraska. And to share the excitement, we're giving you a chance to win tickets. As the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics, Woodhouse takes great pride in supporting the Huskers and the passionate Nebraska fan base. And we want to see you in the sea of red at Volleyball Day in Nebraska. To enter for a chance to win tickets to the event and learn more, visit woodhouse.com today.
There's a call on the field for a quality seed specific to where you farm. Make the right call with Prairie Valley. With local research in 8 regions throughout Nebraska, Prairie Valley performs with their locally specific hybrids and varieties while achieving the highest quality and yield. No matter where you farm in Nebraska, Prairie Valley has the seed for where you are. Find a local dealer and learn more about the seed for where you are at prairievalleyseeds.com.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
For farmers, productivity isn't an option, it's everything. And at Valley, we feel the same, delivering game-changing technology and irrigation solutions that advance agricultural productivity, with the results to prove it. From our leading irrigation technology to expert advice, you can always rely on Valley to bring out the best in your farm. At Valley, productivity isn't an option, it's everything. Visit your local Valley dealer or valleyirrigation.com today.
Our planet, it's hungry. Blessed with millions of acres in this great nation, our farmers work tirelessly to feed the planet through seasons of uncertainty and seasons of growth. It's a tough business to do alone. As owners of Central Valley Ag, it's together that we move forward. There's room at the table. Find your seat at cvacoop.com. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Dear roads, trails, and rivers, you ready for some SUV action? Toyota SUVs can roll their sleeves up for tight turns and twisty trails, dress up for a night out on the town, or head to the great outdoors. Take your family adventure game to a whole new level with the roomy Highlander. Make a serious splash with the rugged, revved-up RAV4. And tow all your toys in the spacious new Sequoia. Don't forget the trail-taming 4Runner and the sleek Venza Hybrid. All Toyota SUVs feature a whole suite of creature comforts to keep you and yours cozy in the cabin. Check out this legendary lineup at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
SOS to the rescue! SOS to the rescue!
As the Huskers head to halftime, Frank is off the couch and headed for the fridge. Oh, but he can't make it because he's so hot. The air conditioning is out again. SOS, he screams, and calls SOS Heating and Cooling his favorite Luxair dealer. Trusted since 1950, with Luxair you get a free 10-year labor warranty with a new system. SOS Heating and Cooling.
SOS to the rescue! SOS! SOS!
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Road Townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red!
It's more powerful than the legendary Husker option offense. More powerful than the black shirt defense. It's the sun, and you can harness its power with J-Tech Solar. J-Tech, the official solar energy experts of the Huskers, can help you shrink your energy bills and start saving money now. Solar power is clean, affordable, and it's dependable because the sun always shines on the Huskers. J-Tech Solar for your home, business, or agriculture energy needs. Visit jtechsolar.com.
Husker fans, we need your support in celebrating the 100th year of Memorial Stadium while cheering on the Huskers this fall. Purchase an all-new Husker football Big Ten 3-game package today for only $100. This package gets you a ticket to the Northwestern, Purdue, and Maryland home games, all for just $100. A very limited amount of Husker football single-game tickets are also on sale. Tickets are only available while supplies last. Purchase yours today at huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red!
If problem gambling is burning up your money, there's a way out. Help is free and confidential for Nebraskans and their families. There's no judgment, just help. Visit lifeafterbet.com. Greg Sharpe, Jessica Coody back with you here on a Thursday night. This is our last show of the week. We have Husker volleyball tomorrow night against Utah State. The Aggies in town for the lid lifter for Husker volleyball here in 2023. Speaking of gambling, you said that the odds have gone up for the joke.
Yeah, but before we get to that, though, we have something that we have to get to because we recorded a new episode with Searles today, and he came on the show while you were gone and was pretty adamant that he wants to be involved in picks again.
Oh, he is. So.
And you said that he was under consideration.
Well, I mean, he walked away from us last year. I mean, I'm not sure I'm over that.
So I believe he's here to help plead his case.
I'm not over the fact that he walked away last year.
Listen, Linda. Listen. I did not walk away. I was booted away last year. I was not given the option to compete. But in the words of the great Scott Frost, we will fight anywhere. We will play anyone at any time. I ain't backing down from a challenge because I can't let Jessica three-peat. This can't happen.
So you're
going to live in a world in which Jessica has won 3.
Your whole motivation is to stop the three-peat.
100%. My sole motivation in life, Greg, is to come back and ruin the streak of Jessica Coody.
How does it make you feel, Greg, that he doesn't think you could do it?
I think I beat him 2 years ago. I
took second. You can stop me.
I took second.
I'm going to go back and check. I got those records somewhere.
Hey, well, we can always can't hide on the tape.
We might have tied, actually.
It was close. But no, I went back in. Listen, I'm back on the broadcast. I got a couple games we're going to call. I got to be back in the pick'ems. I got to give myself a redeeming shot here.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I'm not sure we've really made that announcement.
You did. You said it the other day.
Okay, I'll do it again, though.
But you didn't say which games.
We have different people with us because Damon's coaching some high school football up in the Omaha area, and that's going to cause him to not get to Boulder in time. So Jeremiah's going to be with me in the booth for the Colorado game, and then we have a Friday night game at Illinois. And so Damon's coaching that night as well, and so Jeremiah cleared off his schedule for us, and he's going to be with us in Champaign.
Like I told Jessica, I don't hate much, but there's a special place for the hate of Folsom Field in my heart. And it burns deep of the hatred of the CU Buffaloes. So I'm so excited to be back in Folsom. I haven't been back since we beat them in 2009, Greg. Was that the last time we were back there?
It was.
He also said, what did you say about being next to Greg in the booth? I'm trying to help you out pleading your case.
Oh, yeah, I said I'm back to the one, the only, the best, the only voice of Husker Nation.
Yeah. You know, this is a little side story. That 2009 game, was that right around Thanksgiving? I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm in the booth. We're about to kick off that game. This is a true story, Jessica.
Okay.
It's a beautiful day in Boulder.
Gorgeous.
Late November, but it was a beautiful day. Ron Franklin was doing the game on ESPN at the time, and he comes running into our booth, and he goes, have you guys heard? And we're like, no, what? He goes, Tiger had a bad car accident, and that's the night that Tiger had the whole big blow up with his wife, now ex-wife. And when that whole thing blew up on Tiger Woods was that day. And then we went out and we took care of the Buffaloes, thanks to Jeremiah.
Yeah, Buffaloes, man. We took care of them the 2 years in a row. And then we got to beat them this year. We got to beat the Fighting Deion Sanders. It has to happen.
I think it will.
You know what else? We obviously have the Sideline Slice back, but we also are starting this new series where we're going back and revisiting some of the great games inside Memorial Stadium, celebrating the 100 years. So I talked to Searles today for a while about the 2011 Ohio State game.
Yeah.
And tomorrow he's lined up us getting to chat with Rex. So that'll be fun. Rex Burkhead. So
I mean, I don't know if there's a more beloved Husker than Rex Burkhead, and I mean that. Like,
yeah,
is he top five?
I literally told her, I was like, listen, if you get Rex Burkhead to record a podcast, it'll be your most listened to podcast in the last 2 years.
Yeah,
like,
you'll still see Burkhead jerseys in the stadium.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's living down in Dallas now. Last I called him yesterday. He's like, just teach my boys how to play golf. And I was like, well, you still going to play or what? He's like, if the right team calls. And I was like, who's the right team? He's like, Dallas. I was like, is there in your backyard? He's like, pretty much.
Hey, we had Zach Potter on last night. You guys missed each other, right? By 1 year?
By a year.
Yeah.
Yep, 1 year. He was 2008, and I got there in 09.
Yeah. A remarkable story that, he plays defense in college, and they've turned him into a tight end in the NFL. That's crazy.
I think he got vested. I think he had, 5
Yeah,
years in the NFL?
He
4 or
did.
5 years in the NFL. So, I mean, he went in there. But, I mean, you see that very often. Do you see the guys that make the position switches, stick in the NFL? But, I think with his athletic ability, and then they proved he could catch the ball. He had a great career, down in Jacksonville?
Mostly Jacksonville. I think he maybe finished with the Raiders, but I think Jacksonville where he had most of his time. He's going to be part of our Big Red Reaction crew along with Josh Banderas and Tommy Armstrong. Really looking forward to that, and really looking forward to the 2 games Jeremiah will be with us in the booth. That'll be fun.
Absolutely. I cannot wait.
And yes, you're in.
Okay, I was going to say, did he make a good enough case here?
Just right now. I mean, the answer was going to be no until the last 5 minutes.
I knew I'd just get in front of you, Greg. Just had to get in front of you, just plead my case to the jury, the judge, the jury. I mean, when I just sent my resume in for consideration earlier today, I mean, we had so much going for us here.
We talked about it last night on the show, and Greg said, you're under consideration. I was like, you got to send in your resume, I guess. So, yeah. Did you know he was coming on? Did we surprise you, Greg?
Yeah, I heard some... I heard some
commotion back there.
So I thought something was up.
Oh, okay. Dang it. We can't ever get one over on you.
All right, pal.
All right,
Get those
buddy,
picks ready. I'll get them out to you guys on Monday.
Next week.
No week zeros? No week zero
No
picks?
week zeros. It's Big Ten picks, so we got to really have Big Ten football.
Why, are you trying to pick between Notre Dame and
Navy?
Navy. You never know, man. I'm fighting midshipmen. Those seamen seem to get after it sometimes.
All right, it's probably bedtime around the Searles household.
You got to get the kids in bed.
Yeah, I just got a picture of my wife. My little one is not in bed, so I will run upstairs. I appreciate you guys. Go Big Red.
Hi, buddy. Thanks, Jeremiah Searles. Join us. What a special guest. On our Woodhouse Auto Family Hotline, it's your trusted auto partner. 20 brands, 20 convenient sales and service locations. We're making car buying on your terms. Visit us online at woodhouse.com. What'd the over-under go to, 6?
6. After the break.
We're about to find out. Back with Cole's joke next.
Get ready to rule the field and revolutionize your farming game with Valley, the game changer in irrigation and ag tech solutions. With time and labor-saving measures, ground truthing results, and effective input reduction, Valley provides the perfect game plan so you stay ahead of what's in the field. From the best in irrigation and cutting-edge ag tech solutions to personalized support, Valley is your winning team. Visit your local Valley dealer or valleyirrigation.com today.
Calling all Husker fans. Woodhouse Auto Family is thrilled to be a sponsor of Volleyball Day in Nebraska. And to share the excitement, we're giving you a chance to win tickets. As the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics, Woodhouse takes great pride in supporting the Huskers and the passionate Nebraska fan base. And we want to see you in the Sea of Red at Volleyball Day in Nebraska. To enter for a chance to win tickets to the event and learn more, visit woodhouse.com today.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Okay, men, huddle up. Look, we're playing one of the best football teams in the country today, and quite frankly, we don't have a chance against these guys. Let's face it, we're going to get slaughtered out there. But the good news is that the Nebraska Lottery has scratch and lotto prizes that any one of us could win.
Yeah!
After the game, we're taking the team bus to the nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer to see if we can win big.
Let's go!
So let's get out there and lose with pride.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
There are a lot of rates out there, and it can be tough to find the right one.
Well, let's make it easy. With FNBO's special offer CD of 5.5% APY for 7 or 17 months, you can earn more, save more, and do more. That's 5.5% annual percentage yield for 7 or 17 months at your nearest FNBO location with a minimum deposit of $500 and an FNBO Premier checking account. So stop on by and give your savings a great big boost with the Great Big Small Bank. FNBO, member FDIC.
Back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres. They are the Midwest's premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres solutions for every field. You know, when you're desperate, and I get the sense Jeremiah's desperate, you generally don't perform very well.
Jeremiah is desperate?
Yeah, he's desperate. I mean, he's got vengeance in his eye. That's usually not a good sign.
What really made him mad is that when he found out that I won back-to-back years.
Yeah.
It's like really made him mad.
Well, I mean, the revenge tour from last year failed miserably.
Oh,
that was Andrew.
He came out and won had a couple good weeks and thought he was going to win the whole thing, and then lost it. He panicked when he got ahead and couldn't hold on to the lead.
Let's hope that's not the trend with our next segment.
Cole, are you ready to do picks, by the way? You better get ready.
I am ready.
Okay.
Yep. Should be no problem.
No problem. All right.
I should win. It's funny how you guys were talking about.
I should win. Okay. You know you're talking to, right?
I do.
Two-time defending champ?
I do.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
There's
What were you
important matters to get to here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The
Here we
joke
go.
of the week. The joke of the week, Greg, Jessica. Where does a bumblebee go to use the restroom?
I don't know.
They go to a BP station.
That's actually okay. That's actually okay.
Thank you.
I think you have redeemed yourself.
Yes. We'll see.
I kinda like
what the
it.
democracy decides.
Duke, another one of our student helpers, he vouched for this one. So his reputation, we said,
He's
was on the
good.
line. That's pretty
He can
good.
come back.
All right,
All
people,
right.
you got a couple minutes. What's the grade? Crypto set the line at 6. I think he probably got there.
I think he did.
got
I
there.
think he got there.
And
I
hey,
do too.
you get next week off.
Yes.
No joke, because next Thursday night we're kind of busy.
We are a little bit busy.
We got something going on.
We didn't work that into the broadcast, did we?
We got something going on.
Yep.
So next Thursday. But yeah, next Friday,
Oh.
our picks. So,
I see a 7.
wow, that's pretty good. Good little start. 402-413-2400. We're going to fire off a quick text about
Good job, Cole.
the status of Cole's joke. That one
Oh,
made
an
me
8?
chuckle.
We got an 8?
That one made me chuckle. Oh, Art in Los Angeles. C-. He slipping away. He said that's an old joke. Solid 5 from Husker and
I've
Hanover.
never heard that one.
I had not heard that one either.
Children of the Corn said 5.7, but he's a very harsh critic.
Tough critic.
Yeah.
Tough grader.
I mean, I think 5.7 is pretty high on his scale. So, I'm pretty sure he gave a 3 one time. So,
Okay. Well, I think the over-under of 6, I think he's done that with the 7 and the 8. The 5.7's close. So I think he clips the over-under top this week. And now has 2 weeks to store and stockpile some really good
he
ones.
can really get locked in. Yes. Yeah.
He can lock a lot of those in. What'd Carla give that?
Oh, an 8.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We got a strong 9.5 from Carla. Carla's word is like the most important.
9.5. Carla.
Stephen Bellevue, an 8. He said, give Cole an 8. I like it. So you definitely exceeded the 6.
You did. It was above a 6.
Good job, Cole.
I agree. Art, you're off on this one, pal. That's a pretty good. And maybe you've heard it. I've not heard that one. I thought that was pretty good. Hey, that's it for us for the week. Volleyball tomorrow night. We're back with you on Monday. We'll have a full show Monday for you. Our next football radio show will be Tuesday. Running backs coach E.J. Barthel will be with us Tuesday. We are ready for seasons to get going. It's 4-0 Huskers on the pitch against Eastern
dominating.
Washington. They have just dominated on the road. They're going to get a nice road win tonight. Thanks to the Joke Meister Cole, to Duke, to all of you for listening. And Searles. Have yourself a good night. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Preparation. It's the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Huskers on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Husker Pride, powered locally.
Hey, Husker fans! Kinetic now offers fast 99% reliable internet for just $39.99 a month for 12 months. Whether you're at home, school, or work, Kinetic Internet delivers the speed you need to stream, game, and stay connected with fellow Nebraska fans around the world. Only $39.99 a month for 12 months. And just like our teams in Scarlet and Cream, no one else even comes close. Check availability at windstream.com. Kinetic Internet, proud sponsor of Husker Athletics. Terms and conditions apply.
When you're prepared for life, you get more out of life. When you're prepared, you spend less time worrying and more time doing the things you love. How prepared are you? When you're ready to find out, Emeritus is ready to help. First, we get to know you. Then we make a plan together, one that lets you enjoy today and prepare for tomorrow. That's what we call fulfilling life. Emeritus, insurance, employee benefits, financial services.
Triple B Feed has the products to help your cows thrive. Whether it's weekly delivery of consumption-controlled Lumix liquid materials with protein or Redmond natural mineral salt for livestock or humans, Triple B has you covered. Let Brian and Brad Blauhorn help take some of the stress out of your beef production this year. For more information and other products, visit triplebfeed.com.